cycle hardware upgrade. It seems like even though they're aiming for a console audience, they're taking like hardware cues from the PC space. And I'm interested to see, they have to satisfy so many different camps with the Scorpio, or at least they're trying to, right? They're trying to get people to upgrade from an Xbox One or an S to a Scorpio. They're trying to, ultimately, I would say they're trying to get people that just have maybe a PlayStation 4 to go to a Scorpio to have another console. But I
Okej,
don't
dobra.
know right now that I'm sold on the Scorpio yet. I would rather just keep upgrading my PC for a little less money when the time comes. So yeah, like Tamor and Pete said, I think it's up to
To
the
zaraz
devs, and
zaczynamy.
I don't think that like Far Cry 5 and Assassin's Creed Origins and these third-party titles, like the idea of playing those on the
Jeszcze
Scorpio
muszę ty coś
looking better than
zrobić.
anywhere else is enough to get me excited. I want to see like Crackdown 3 be really good looking. I want to see, like some sort of new IP come out. I don't know, like maybe if Anthem looks good enough, although Anthem I'm sure I could play on my PS4 and PC as well. So I don't know. I'm not completely sold on it yet, but we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm excited to see what Microsoft have learned because it seemed like for the longest time they were sort of on the back foot this generation, playing catch up in a lot of ways to PlayStation.
Aha,
Let's talk a little bit
dobra.
about games that we know are going to be here today. So obviously, Crackdown is going to have a huge presence. The game was first revealed when 2014,
3 or 4 years ago, yeah.
What do we think we're going to get today?
Konferencja
I don't know how invested they are in cloud
Microsoft
computing right now. It seems like it'd be kind of a split thing if
They
they.
have Azure right?
Yeah, as in
E3
like how much are they going to talk about it at the
2017.
same time as pushing this brand new console?
Right, you don't
It
want to
kind
push
of
this
consume.
Okay,
powerful
dobra.
box, but say,
Yeah,
all the really powerful
all the
stuff
cool
is
stuff is
handled on the
happening.
server.
Yeah, on a server.
You
So
don't
that,
really need this box.
yeah,
to make this
exactly.
game
Like
as
you
good
could
as
do
it-
this on anything because
Yeah.
it's all in the cloud. So I don't know if that how much of they'll emphasize that element of it. I think Crackdown will have a good presence, and I think it's a good game to show off a powerful console and the power of cloud computing. We saw it at Gamescom and before that, and some of the stuff we were seeing in the early demos of it was pretty incredible. We're seeing massive buildings kind of like just realistically collide into each other. So I'm excited to see it. I think it'll have a big presence, but I think they'll try and keep it simple this time, whereas they really harped on about the cloud computing in previous years. I think they'll just be like, hey, it runs on Xbox, coming out on X day. I think that's it for Crackdown.
I don't know. I think especially because of they're going to be emphasizing how the cloud, because I think the cloud stuff only works in single player, right?
Yeah, I think that was what.
No, it was multiplayer.
Okej,
As
dobra.
well, but not maybe not to the
To,
same extent. I think.
No,
to
because
ogólnie
it all
zaczynamy.
took place on the same server. So I was in the
Już
other
tutaj
one,
możemy
which
sobie
was
oglądać.
multiplayer only, and the single player was the stuff that was processed locally.
Right. But anyway, I mean, it's like we're going to be emphasizing how much the cloud brings to this. Like, why did we have to get it on Scorpio though?
Yeah. I
know
mean,
what I mean?
it's like, you can presume. I mean, that's kind of like the benefit of it, right? And it's kind of part of their strategy with Scorpio. They want to present this console that is a step up from the last Xbox, but not kind of alienate the other audiences. And I think Microsoft is doing a pretty good job of trying to create this kind of broader landscape for Xbox. Scorpio is going to fit into that nicely, I reckon, because the developers are able to. They're being encouraged to create PC games now, and they don't have to put in too much more effort to work on Xbox Scorpio, whatever it may be called, and Xbox One. So I think for a lot of people, even if it's not specifically saying, oh, you need to have this on Xbox,
No, siema.
it works in their favor to have that kind of element.
Jak
You
wyjdzie?
can play it any way you want, and I think they'll really use that as the
Jak tam
platform
przed
to be like,
konferencją?
giving you options, which is, instead of being like you have to play this here, they'll be like you can play this on PC, you can play it on
O
Xbox One, you
kur...
can play it on this, you can play it on that.
Echo
That's
daje.
how they'll spin that
Skąd?
element of it, I reckon.
Another game that we know is going to have a big presence is Sea of Thieves.
Zaraz będę, chwila.
It's cool. It seems like a very big departure from the sort of hardcore heavy audience that they usually
100%.
push for.
Yeah. So we've seen another game that's been sort of talked about for a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
That's like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see the element of that game that really grabs me.
You can
Yeah.
get drunk and fall off a boat.
I can do that in real life tomorrow.
It's true. This
And
is
I
true.
have.
The idea of the game seems fun. I remember I played it, Nick Margarita here at GameSpot played the alpha recently, where you can actually find treasure, and apparently you team up with other people to like combine your maps and find, like X marks the spot kind of thing in this world. But last year when I played, it was just the team deathmatch, where you each take up a part on the ship to fight the other ships.
Yeah.
And I know that plays into actually being a pirate when you come across people and they might have gold on their ship. You could sink it or at least like scuttle it and then climb board, get their treasure.
A,
That all
dobra.
sounds
Jeszcze
cool,
moment.
and it seems kind of at odds with what I always see in this game, like these cartoonish graphics. But not that that's a bad thing. But I just still don't have a good sense of how the overall structure of the game,
Dobra, kur. Jestem?
the world itself, or traveling from point to point and deciding when to do these things or how to do these things.
Well, like how many people are going to be able to see as well?
Przegłos ci się
Is it a
zrobił.
really populated game, or would that make
Przegłos?
just
Chwila.
not the right promise of coming across that ship in a rare moment and getting a lot of treasure from it?
Yeah, I'm interested to see it because I feel like Rare
Zaraz, chwila.
it's kind of like lost its a lot of its identity, and you've had other kind of indie games come up.
Trochę zgadza.
It's launched with stuff like
Okej,
Baby
spoko.
and that kind
Teraz
of stuff.
zobaczymy.
They got given a hard.
Yeah, and I really kind of want to see a kind of underdog comeback story from that studio because I've got a lot of nostalgia and love for it.
No nic nie mogę zrobić.
There's quirky elements of this game, but it's not outright trying as hard as it, like stuff like Banjo and that kind of stuff back in the day. So I want to see more personality in it, and hopefully, kind of we get to see.
No wszystko jest na fulla. Cześć, Duda, chodź. Chodź, Duda,
I
chodź.
wanted to see more of Sea of Thieves actually, because it does look like it has.
Chodź,
more
pokaż się tutaj.
games they would be leading with.
Yeah, and
Patrz.
it's kind of like seems
Wiesz?
well timed because we have loads of these games where
Ty siebie nie widzisz, ale inni cię widzą.
structure of it.
Idź,
A lot
no,
of games
idź.
these days they're kind of the
Dobra, Zuza się chciała przywitać.
structure. They just want a framework to let you have fun in. Like,
Yeah, like
for example,
Battlegrounds.
Battlegrounds is the most popular game on PC right
There's
now.
Zelda even.
No.
Yeah, Zelda as well. It just kind of drops you in there and lets you make your own.
Jak tam u was?
This might be what that is as well, and if they keep it simple and let it do that, it's got a good chance of hitting the kind of zeitgeist and doing really well.
Maybe it's just a problem with
Dobra.
how they've pitched the game so
Niech tu
far. It's
będzie.
a really good way to communicate what it is that makes this click, right? That makes all these things come together.
Yeah, I mean, I see stuff like this. What is
Ghost Boat.
How does some
Yeah,
sort of like
Pirates of the
Flying
Caribbean.
Dutchman stuff? I don't know.
Right,
Like, there's
right.
definitely potential here. I just don't. I don't know if it's like maybe it's a marketing problem and a kind of visibility problem, but I don't know much
Yeah.
about it yet. Despite the fact.
No to jest ten Sea of Thieves, tak?
Yeah, there's definitely like a lack
Tylko naprawdę fajnie.
to what it is and what you're supposed to do.
But maybe it's one of those games that like it doesn't click until you play it, like Battlegrounds. Like if you
Yeah.
pitch that to me, it's like it's
Yeah, it's kind of boring. Sounds boring.
Yeah, it
when you
sounds
play
boring,
it.
but when you play it, it's like the most
Yeah.
intense thing.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of hope Sea of Thieves will be along the same lines. We know that Rod Ferguson is about in town. He's been tweeting that he's around LA. Are you thinking there's going to be a Gears of War announcement?
I hope so.
Like
Um,
DLC maybe.
I hope it's DLC. If it's esports, I will literally cry.
Mam nadzieję, że mnie nie zbanują za to,
He's
nie?
announcing last week before,
Ja streamuję.
like $1 million
Yeah.
prize pot in a.
I mean,
Vegas?
they're due for some DLC, but something in me just says he's gonna pop up and be like, "We've got new competitive."
No tam może eksów nie mają.
Everyone's just gonna collect.
Znaczy mają, tylko że po prostu one
That's not what
wychodzą też na
No,
tego, na
not
Windows
looking
10.
for at all. Hopefully DLC. Gears 4 was surprisingly good. Like I
we
didn't expect to love it, but I came away not loving it, but I thought.
No ale będzie zajebiste, nie?
comeback, so I'd like to see more of it.
I
Yeah.
could see them doing like a big push
O,
with
pokażą
or
tego
something, just because that's
Scorpio.
where the legs come from in that game. 'Cause that
Tą
whole
bestię, co oni mówili na sam początku.
implementation of horde mode, I think,
Yeah.
since it got introduced in Gears of War 2. I think Gears of War 3 strayed too far from the formula, but yeah, Gears of War 4, I liked it. I thought it was a really good game, and I thought it was a good first outing for the Coalition, because they were kind of like 343 Studios, right? They were created specifically to
Yeah.
take this this existing property and make it their own, or at least continue, the legacy of the franchise. And I think they did a good job with that. But yeah, I wonder if they would tackle story or if they would tackle, like horde or more multiplayer focused DLC first.
But how would their plans fit into Scorpio? Assuming Microsoft
Right.
wants to try and push
Gosh.
anything towards Scorpio, you'd expect them to be one of the studios that comes out and has something big for Scorpio. So maybe it's like Gears 4. Does it have Scorpio support? Like maybe
Right,
you
it's
say like
just-
it's
it's just adding 4K
yeah, we've
support.
added an update with 4K support, so now you can play it on your. Please play it on your $500 machine.
What
that
if
you
they
buy.
like?
I was gonna say, but it's PC as well, though. So like,
Yeah, so it's easy to kind of and it looks. I think it runs on 4K. on
yeah, I
PC,
thought it
so
did.
It could be just a matter of being like 4K on.
Yeah, but it's not
Xbox
like,
Scorpio,
but yeah,
bye.
like to your point, it's not a de facto thing that like every game that will play on Scorpio will have that upgrade.
Pusti,
Because
bestii
every
jak nie
game
będzie
got
co
upgraded
grać.
with a
No
little
nie,
bit.
no będą gry, nie?
Just that announcement.
Na pewno
They went-
pokażą jak.
What if they went back to the backwards compatibility of the first 3 games that came out and just made all the games run at 4K?
I mean,
The
that
whole
would be-
franchise.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it
made a
wouldn't
huge
surprise
push
me,
to bring
but-
1 through 3 back when they brought out the
the
what was
collection thing. Right?
what was the remastered edition of the first game called? Ultimate Edition.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
When they brought that back, they're like, oh, if you buy this, we also for free are giving you 1 through 3 on Xbox.
Ja bym kupił, tylko że po prostu nie mam telewizora 4K,
I'm surprised to see them
dlatego mi jakoś niepotrzebny na razie.
not have Gears of
Ale
War
zobaczymy.
coming anytime soon.
Do października,
One of
tam listopada jeszcze czas, więc
company's flagship
Zobaczymy.
franchise on our new console. I don't know.
And Gears of War.
miałem robić wczoraj jeszcze ten, ale był mecz, kurde, Polaków.
Kind of like it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do this to me.
Jakoś nie
You're
robiłem.
not expecting Halo 6?
No.
Do you think 343 are gonna have any sort of show? I mean, now welcoming to the stage from
They'll be-
343 Industries is Bonnie Rose.
Konferencja
It's gonna
Microsoftu
be
pierdolone
like
szypienie.
over a Master Chief helmet and then a big stamp.
Oh,
that says
jak miło.
4K. But you
I
that'll
think
be it.
I mean the safest bet's probably Halo Wars 2 DLC.
Jak zwykle, tylko marudzicie.
Even then,
Naprawdę.
Bringing that out would be
so.
Yeah.
No co jest, kurwa, no nie lubię taki zacinek. A, kurwa.
It'd be the
Yeah.
safest drive
Dobra.
bet.
Because they did say I think it was 343 was saying no Halo 6 for sure,
We have
but we have
something.
something for Halo fans.
That-
Like maybe it's a
that
new
could-
Halo movie.
It could mean so.
Oh, what you mean
Yeah.
the Halo movie that's been in development hell for?
Yeah.
A, właśnie, no.
Video
Peter
games,
Jackson's
you know?
back on board,
We've
baby.
redesigned
Mhm.
the UI for Halo Waypoint.
Filma robią,
Remember Halo Waypoint, by the way?
Yeah.
jeżeli chodzi o Halo, nie?
I think it would be awesome. This is just really personal. They didn't have Halo Reach for the Master Chief Collection,
Yeah.
and that's one of my favorite.
Już
Halo
nowa
games.
Call of też chyba wychodzi film,
And
nie?
everybody's been waiting for them to bring that to it.
W
I'm a
marcu.
huge Halo fan, and I would love to see them say, I don't know, we're bringing that to that. But that would have
You,
nothing.
Mike
For
Mahoney.
me, yes, please.
Reach
But
4K.
that would have nothing to do
Reach the
with
sky.
Scorpio.
Yeah,
I
reach
don't think,
4K.
but maybe. Yeah, who knows?
Let's talk about what else is going to be there. We're finally going to get more from Anthem.
Yeah.
We got a first look at it yesterday at EA's press conference. Kind of looks like
Attack on Titanfall.
Destiny.
Yeah, there's
It's
a
Destiny, Attack on Titan, and I don't know if you watched the short-lived sci-fi TV program Almost Human with
Yeah.
Carl Urban, and it basically ended on this incredible cliffhanger that there was this wall that was protecting all the humans from something, and then it got cancelled.
It's become a MacGuffin in a lot of
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
Destiny, Game of Thrones. What was the other one someone mentioned? No, someone said
I
something.
can't
else
remember,
recently.
but walls are everywhere now.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to build a wall.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Dobra.
What do you think we're getting? We're getting gameplay, right? We need to have a lengthy.
Yeah, so yesterday during the EA press conference, they were like,
tylko rozmowy takie,
gameplay at
no.
Microsoft, so
Przez
showing
właśnie
off
ten
a lot of
GameSpot.
that. I'm interested to see what kind of, because there's a line.
Jeszcze
in
nie jest
the-
konferencja. Konferencja się zaczyna za 15 minut w sumie.
It alludes to it being an open world, but also that your decisions matter in terms of in that BioWare way. So I'm trying to figure out how like a Mass Effect can be overlaid on top of a Destiny and what kind of
Yeah.
it becomes. It could be cool to have that open world and kind of like everyone's contributing and their decisions are actively changing the world around them and that kind of stuff.
I mean, what would be interesting is like, did you when they revealed Shadow Realms?
Kurde, chętnie bym pojechał do Ameryki, nie?
Had the very similar
Na E3
presence,
właśnie.
like, it's gonna have
Może za rok.
single
pojadę.
player bit that you can do all the BioWare relationship and
Chętnie
decision
pojechał,
making stuff,
kurwa.
but then it's gonna have this multiplayer component. I'd be interested to see if
Ten
some of the
600
ideas of
funtów
Shadow Realm
to nie jest tak dużo w
made
sumie.
it into Anthem.
I wouldn't be surprised. It would be smart to not throw all that stuff away.
Gorzej będzie z biletami, kurde, na ten na E3, nie?
I played a bit. I remember
Bo ja nie wiem, ile tam kosztują w ogóle ceny.
fun. Like it was a bit bare bones back then, but the idea was cool.
I'm excited to see. Hopefully they show a substantial. I think BioWare, EA's in the business of raising BioWare's profile again now after.
Nie, nie
there's
rób
a lot of
kota.
Damage
negative buzz around BioWare now. I think they
They're
want
just
to
gonna
come out.
focus on facial animation.
Yeah, they're gonna be like,
They all
check
are.
this lady's mouth out. Look at it move. You can see all the teeth. Look at her eyes.
A wezmę sobie komórkę tutaj, lepiej, żeby widzieć, co tam piszecie w sumie.
See some love in those eyes.
Yeah.
I would be the only thing that we're talking about Anthem and
Nie no,
I was
spoko,
just
no.
imagining,
If you
when
break in a good Charlotte again,
Takie, że wjechać sobie, to mam w sumie kasę, nie?
an hour ago when I was loopy. No, I'm just imagining something that incorporates like the co-op introduced because the
Tylko żeby było z biletami, kurde, na tego, nie? Na te E3, bo nie wiem, jak tam kupię. Jakie bilety? 300 funtów? Mniej? Więcej? Nawet nie wiem. Muszę sprawdzić, kurde, ile oni tam te na tych biletach zarabiają teraz.
so to speak, in this game if they had something like that or raids and whatnot. So I'm curious to see how the gameplay will work because I don't think of fast-paced action when I think of BioWare at all.
Bo chętnie bym sobie pojechał.
They can do it, like Mass Effect 2 and 3 kind of introduce more shooter elements to their formula, but I'm interested to see how they do it with whatever Anthem is.
I'm excited to see what Anthem is. I'm a BioWare. I love BioWare, and for me, Andromeda was a bit of a misstep, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they are going to put out there to make people excited about that studio again.
It's also the the veteran studio this time. With
It's
that,
the, yeah,
not
it's the
new Montreal
The
studio.
18.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
Yeah. Team Goose stepping up to the plate.
Kurde, dobra.
Team Goose. We should also be seeing some State of Decay.
Ja zaraz naleśniki będą jeszcze... Ja
it's been-
pierdzielę.
Zombies.
Yay.
Już głodny.
No. That
Trochę.
that game is not about the zombies.
Did the
No,
camera
so-
capture my eye roll there? Because I can do it slower if you
Oh
want.
my god.
No, so we were talking
Moja
about this a lot
produkcja?
last week, that we're all a bit burnt out with zombies.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Nie
excited
wiem.
about State of Decay is that obviously they're introducing co-op.
Ja
so it's
dopiero
gonna be
scenariusz bym
background
pisał, kurde, dopiero w ten, w środę, nie?
but
Jak
also
się skończy w ogóle ta cała
human element.
E3 się skończy.
Making sure that your
Bo w środę już
friends
chyba
are
ostatni
excited
chyba,
about that, and I just
albo
want-
wtorek, ostatni dzień,
I
nie?
can't imagine I'd be doing this. I'd be terrified.
Yeah. No.
Muszę zobaczyć
That's
dokładnie,
what I'm excited about. That's why I like
kiedy
the
tam
first
się
State of Decay,
skończy.
despite its bugs and despite the fact that it was a zombie game and a very, a very trite
A
kind of
ten,
game to tackle at that point, and even now, like like Days Gone, with Sony doing, but
Days
it
Gone,
right on
tak?
conveys what I like about State of Decay 1. But yeah, it's the opposite of Shadow of Mordor, right? Instead of these dynamic enemies that
Ja czekam teraz na Dead Island 2, nie?
personal beefs with, you have these allies.
Kurde, nie wiem ile tam
important to you, right?
oni
You
mówią.
could skip this
2 lata?
section in the early parts of the first game and then come back
Jakoś tak.
in this house that wasn't supposed to be overrun with zombies, and then your favorite allies with you and gets caught in there. It's actually pretty terrifying. Kind of like Far Cry 2's ally system. I can't
Ale na tą
imagine
grę też
with
czekam.
this, like,
Yeah.
outside of
Zobaczymy.
co-op, which alone sounds awesome. I'm curious because I lost hours to State of Decay 1.
The first game had a lot of interesting ideas, despite me mocking it. But I actually liked it. I was doing it.
Well, it's just zombies in general, right? I mean, it's hard to get over that thematic hurdle these days because
Eddie.
so many things come to mind when you see a game like this. It's hard to just really identify what makes it tick in its own unique way.
Yeah. But I'm interested to see what they do, how they build on the first game, because it was a surprise.
Yeah.
Like, people really loved it.
Yeah.
So I have good high expectations for the second one, and hopefully it delivers. Yeah.
Do we think that so a few years ago Microsoft made a massive hoo-ha
A,
about
to jest ten State of
ID
Decay
Xbox.
2. Dobra, myślałem, że to ten Days Gone.
Cuphead doesn't come out.
Below.
Yeah.
Below.
Nawet jedynki nie grałem w sumie, nie?
Below is always at the ID at Xbox stuff.
Może bym kupił.
You know what?
Zobaczyć.
Tacoma.
Because it's never come out.
Oh,
They might be showing Tacoma. I believe they're affiliated with ID at Xbox.
Yeah.
As of
And
now.
there's been rumors of the Ori team doing
Yeah.
something new.
The Moon.
Oh my god.
I would if they did a
sequel to that
sequel to
game?
Ori, I would love it because that game really. I just thought, oh great, it's another platformer.
And it is beautiful.
But it was a beautiful game and it played really nicely. It had great levels of complexity and it broke my heart within the first 10 minutes. So
Yeah,
I
it
really enjoyed Ori.
It's like one of my favorite games of what 2015.
Yeah.
That team has
Can't wait.
been
If they do a
very
sequel, I'd
quiet.
be super on board.
They've
Yeah.
been very quiet since.
Dobra, kurwa.
And they did a definitive edition
Yeah.
as well, which is
Niech się w końcu zaczyna, 10 minut zostało.
Success.
Yeah.
Both critically and I think commercially it did pretty well as well. So I want to be.
To tak
surprised if
kminić,
it's a
kurde.
straight up sequel.
I would like that.
Still Blind Forest. Ori and the Still Blind Forest.
What else do we think third party? So it's interesting the last few years the way that Sony and Microsoft have sort of been stealing their third party stuff from each other, like Call of Duty has gone. Assassin's Creed in particular seems to be a fair weather friend, depending whose stage he wants to come out on. Who do you think we're going to see this year?
My guess is Bethesda.
Yeah, I mean after the whole Fallout stuff, I think Quake is a good chance.
No, Bethesda ma szansę, no.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think like.
To ten Evil Within 2, Skyrim, nowy chyba, albo ten, albo Wolfenstein, zobaczymy.
And you know what? They're a publisher who is like a safe bet.
Yeah.
Almost any game that they publish these days does really well. So I feel like Microsoft would do well to just sort of say, hey, whatever you want us to work with us on, we'll.
Yeah.
No, ale zobaczymy.
And also if Quake Champions is they're pushing that this year at E3. They want to show people that it's going to be the big fluid combat, and I guess Scorpio, in terms of console, is the best way to show that, right?
Zobaczymy, co Microsoft nas da.
4K, and also there was the
No właśnie,
multiple
4K.
the leaks recently.
Oh, yeah.
Weekend.
During the leaking.
The
leaking. Leaking. But they had the Wolfenstein leak.
Oh,
Wolfenstein in 4K, and
Colossus.
then the Evil Within 2
Psycho Break
images.
2.
No właśnie, kurde, Evil Within.
It recently. Now in 4K.
If a game came out in 2014, it's getting
a sequel this year.
Yeah.
That's the trend. Yeah.
But I mean, I guess like Bethesda even preempted their own leaks by putting that thing at their press
Yeah.
conference
Yeah.
either last year or the year before.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
they're getting ahead of the curve.
Yeah, I'm not sure what other third parties can show up. Like, I don't know what Square Enix is up to.
Yeah, it's not like Destiny's gonna. They have
Yeah.
the thing with Sony going.
Capcom don't have anything major. That's pretty much it. So it's like Bethesda's the one to bet on right now.
I don't know as well. If you read the unfortunately timed leak, Game Informer, there was a lot of stuff about Scorpio for Assassin's Creed. So I think maybe Ubisoft might be getting in bed with Microsoft.
Yeah,
could be.
And Ubi have said that they have another IP, unannounced IP, which could be the Rabbids thing, or it could be something new.
Don't do this to me if it's the Rabbids. Don't do the Rabbids thing to me.
Bring the Rabbids in. But yeah, that new IP, if it's not the Nintendo Rabbids
I was gonna say,
thing.
could you imagine Nintendo allowing?
No, it wouldn't be that. No, it
No, kurwa, nie zasnę dzisiaj, nie?
separate IP. It
Na
could
pewno
be
nie.
in the way that
Będę czekał, kurde,
BioWare's thing
na
is.
kolejną konferencję.
Oh, here's a bit now.
Bethesdy.
See you at our press conference later on, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird way to do it because it's like it's stealing your own thunder and giving it to Microsoft, and then be like, yeah, but guys, don't forget to come back.
5 godzina, nie?
Teasing your own announcements and someone else's announcements. So,
Teasing a teaser.
Yeah.
What
about Fractured Butthole?
I was gonna say
What about
that
it?
or Shot in the Dark, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because of the way
Sev.
it's come up in the news again recently.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to feel for the guys at CD Projekt having to say like, oh, a bunch of our stuff's been stolen.
Yeah, the blackmail stuff.
Yeah, and they're like,
crazy.
we're just not gonna do it. But it would have been interesting to see it. But
Yeah, they've said multiple times that they're still quite far from being able to show it.
Yeah.
So I'd be very, very surprised. I mean, then again, Microsoft, after the success of Witcher, if anyone's going to roll up and be like, here's a massive vault of money, give us 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, we've gotten like a little clip, a cutscene pre-rendered thing already.
Before.
So maybe another one just around the themes.
Yeah, exactly.
Doable. Yeah.
That could be a thing that would be a surprise, but I don't.
I don't think it's
a safe bet. No.
Fractured Butthole maybe because that's where they put Stick of Truth. I remember Matt and Trey coming out that year. It's like 2012.
Yeah. They could come out and show off their fractured buttholes.
Yeah.
I just want to say Fractured Buttholes as many times as physically possible on this.
I'm actually really excited for the Fractured Butthole. It's more the tactical combat of that.
Yeah.
It was me you were aiming for the whole time. I knew
I
it.
was whispering in your ear.
I know you were. You were like doing
Okay.
on my leg.
Spoko.
I'm actually excited for that game. I didn't play much of the first one. I played it for the first time like last year, and now that I see more of Fractured Butthole, it's the actual like the tactical combat. I can't have a serious conversation. I'm being serious. I'm excited for that.
Alright, so guys,
Od jakiegoś czasu nie było właśnie tego infoniewsów, ani w ogóle żadnych recenzji. Więc postanowiłem, że będę robił konferencję właśnie. Na żywo.
The industrial design of the Scorpio.
Like a big box with a I wanted to fill up at least a third of my living room.
Bo czemu nie?
I'm really curious, like, just what this thing's gonna look like.
Zmęczony jestem
Microsoft's
trochę,
gonna go subtle,
ale,
or if they're gonna go crazy and make it awesome.
ale może być.
We had a chat about the little screen on the front. You were saying that you wanted them to keep
I
it,
really
right?
want them to keep that.
I said, I think they should, and they should just have like your download status on there.
Yeah, you could put
Just
so many
like-
things. It just plays into that idea of like this is a very hardcore console.
Yeah.
And, like, look, you even have a display for like the.
Dobra, kurwa, ile jeszcze z tobą? 3
The
minuty.
good thing about that is that
Dobra.
Jamal's vape has that screen.
That's true. Yeah,
Kurwa,
but
3 minuty.
stuff like that could be kind of just neat,
Yeah.
from like a nerdy perspective.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
That's what I mean by that. Nerdy word.
Neat.
I want to see Anthem. I'm really excited to see more of Anthem. I love BioWare.
No tak,
I'm kind of down on them after Andromeda.
ale w sumie bogaci, nie
Our
ludzie.
WhatsApp conversation with
Yeah.
the French
Jebani.
It was just like, this is bad. I'm upset.
Yeah.
But
Pierdolą.
it's the A team. They've still absolutely got it within them to put out banging games. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of that game, and I think it's going to be quite different from what we've seen from
Bogaci w chuj,
BioWare
nie?
previously. A departure from the overly RPG nature of their games. They've been slowly stepping away and moving into action genres. So I'm interested in seeing what this team has done with that kind of like progression and how far they've taken it. It could be just something completely different that we've never seen from them before, and that's exciting for me.
Mike, what about you?
Yeah, I'm really curious about Anthem as well, but I'm also just kind of
Kurwa,
completely new.
masz,
Really something that's off the radar.
zapomniałem, nie?
I am
Ogólnie.
curious what the Halo thing will
Niestety.
be. I'm sure it won't be too substantial if I was a betting person, but
A nie chce mi się
I'm
już iść.
curious about Anthem.
Zbyt zmęczony jest.
I'm curious kind of maybe they can finally sell me on
Jedynie co mi zostało to
Yeah. I'm interested
Pepsi.
to see how much the cloud computing comes into play in other titles as well. It seems like it's just being there to push
No i zaraz te naleśniki będą.
Yeah.
But I'm also excited to see if HoloLens makes an appearance. I don't know if
Absolutely
it will.
not.
No, but I thought the when they revealed it with that Minecraft thing a couple years ago was so impressive, and I just like.
So the problem, I don't know.
But then I don't know if they want to split their audience that way. They're gonna make the show all about.
It's gonna be confusing.
Yeah.
I hope that also there's just a little gravestone in the background that just says Scalebound on it the entire time.
Oh no.
Dobra, dawajcie szybko.
Scalebound.
Yeah, is there going to be anything from Japan at this show?
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
Because that was last year or the year
Recore
before,
2.
right? And it was.
Oh,
right. I mean, they did have a thing. I think they had eBay behind the Castlevania like game that he's making.
Bloodstained.
Yeah, Bloodstained. Thank you.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of that for the life of me. That was on Microsoft's booth last year, so maybe we'll see more of that. That game is sort of rolling along.
yeah.
Release date for
To zajebiście Androida, nie?
Yeah.
And just
I need it. I want
Zajebiście.
for that.
yeah.
So bad.
I'm just curious about the price of
Zdrowia
we
życzę.
saw like leaks, or unconfirmed leaks earlier
Yeah.
today, so we don't really know
There's a
for
whole new
sure.
narrative around it now. Like
Yeah.
what's gonna happen.
Like the going price, public conscious is what, 500 now, but who knows if that's actually going to be it when they announce
Right.
it.
Well, we have like 30 seconds until we find out, so don't forget to come
O,
back. Right
dobra,
now. Stay on
kurde.
this stream actually, because we're going to be here discussing breaking
W końcu.
Microsoft's press conference, talking all about Scorpio, and hopefully the new reveals that will be there.
Talking about butts with Mike.
No to zaczynamy, kurde, nie? Zaczyna się.
Right.
All right. Well, let's go.
Nie, nie. Dzielę się twoim szczęściem, kurde. No, 4K Ultra HD, kurwa. Nie, kurde, nie rucham. Kota. Ja pierdzielę. 2017. Kurde, no. W końcu. Pięknie. Czekajcie, kurde. Wezmę. Albo dobra, niech będzie. Światło, kurwa. Bo i tak nie będzie widać. No, kurwa, no. Feel the power. Kurwa. Poczujcie tą moc, kurwa. Jebać pracę. No nie no. Ja nie bym poszedł, nie? Przynajmniej bym coś robił. Ale dobra, nieważne teraz o pracy, ważne teraz kurde ten. To co się będzie działo na konferencji. Ach. No kurwa, co jest? No. Ja pierdolę, będzie się zacinać teraz, nie? Xbox. Here true power. A kurde, no. No czekamy, kurde. No. Witamy, kurwa. W końcu. Kurde, muszą być te emocje, nie? Tam w środku, kurde.
Okay. Good afternoon. To those of you with us here in person, watching on this incredible 4K screen, to the millions watching
Good evening,
around the
kurwa.
world or TV or online, and to those of you watching and interacting on Mixer, on behalf of everyone on Team Xbox, welcome to E3 2017. When the renegade group of gamers, creators, and engineers came together to form the original Xbox team and deliver the first Xbox console, we were driven by three principles: empower developers, delight gamers, and deliver true hardware and technical innovation. The original Xbox team lived by the mantra, there's no power greater than X. And today, we are proud to welcome the newest member of the Xbox family, fittingly named Xbox One X.
What the fuck?
Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made, sets a new quality standard for gamers and game creators. Starting on November 7th, Xbox One X joins the Xbox One and the Xbox One S when it launches worldwide.
Ja pierdolę, no.
Now, I'd like to introduce one of our leaders in the Xbox engineering team responsible for making the Xbox One experience great for gamers and developers. Please welcome my friend, Kareem Chowdhury, to tell you more.
Okay. Karen, Aus, nie wiem co to kurwa.
Thanks, Phil. It's an honor to be here at E3 and represent 3 years of engineering the team has done to bring you Xbox One X. From the beginning, our focus on game creators and you, the gamer, gave us 3 big goals we needed to hit: power, compatibility, and craftsmanship. Let's talk power, which starts with the specs. 6 teraflop GPU clocked at 1.172 gigahertz, 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, and 326 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth.
O kurwa, no to nawet sporo.
These are impressive numbers that are more powerful than any other console on every dimension, because that's what it takes to give game creators the power they need so you can experience true 4K resolution, 4K textures, and 4K assets in your living room. And when we say true 4K, we mean 8 million pixels, high dynamic range, wide color gamut, premium sound like Dolby Atmos, and 4K UHD Blu-ray playback. Next, compatibility. We knew compatibility was critically important for Xbox One X, and your reaction to 360 backward compatibility has energized the team even more. So right from the start, all of your Xbox One accessories and games will work with Xbox One X.
Aha. Spoko.
But for the team and me, that wasn't good enough. We wanted more. The game library you have today will look and play even better on Xbox One X with enhanced visual fidelity, anisotropic filtering, and faster load times. Even if you haven't made the jump to a 4K TV yet, we designed this product for you as well. Since Xbox One X enables a technique called super sampling, the new 4K games you see on stage today will look better on your 1080p TV than anything you've seen before.
Kurde. O, co pokazują tam?
Finally, craftsmanship.
Pierwszy?
We meticulously paid attention to every detail of design as we crafted our most technically advanced console ever. It starts with the Scorpio engine. We use 16 nanometer technology to build a 360 square millimeter chip with 7 billion transistors and a 384-bit wide memory bus. This is the fastest, most advanced processor to ever power a console. Our premium design means that every millimeter and every component within the console has been architected for maximum power and efficiency. Our aspirations were so high, an industry standard approach just wasn't good enough. The Scorpio engine is so intense that for the first time ever on a console, we're using a liquid-cooled vapor chamber normally reserved for servers and high-end PC cards. An engineer on the Xbox hardware team invented a new power management system so innovative, we named it after him. The Hovis method uniquely optimizes every single Xbox One X at the system and component level to deliver consistent performance efficiently and elegantly. Now, it's easy to think all this technology and capability will mean a bigger console. But again, we wanted more.
No oczywiście, wy chcecie
Not
więcej,
only have we
kurwa.
built the most powerful console ever,
Pewno.
Xbox One X is the smallest
Słuchać
Xbox
graczy,
ever.
kurde, po prostu. No kurwa. Mniejszy?
This is the system you asked us to build, and it has been a great honor to design and build it for you. I couldn't be more proud of our team, and I hope you love it as much as we do. Now, let's see what this monster can do.
No dobra. O, w końcu. Dawać, kurwa. No kurwa, jakieś wielbłądy. Okej, chwila. Ale powinno być wszystko dobrze, nie? Nie, no w sumie jest dobrze.
Please welcome from the Forza Racing franchise, Dan Greenawald.
Chwila, może tutaj wezmę? Dobra, masz.
In the automotive world, supercars are debuted at international auto shows. Frankfurt, Paris, Detroit. But through your passion for racing on Xbox and PC, Forza has become the premier partner to the automotive industry. So today, for the first time in history, a flagship supercar is making its world debut here at E3 in front of you.
Kurwa.
This year,
Kurwa,
we
7.
announced a 6-year partnership with Porsche to bring you amazing experiences, both in-game and in person. Porsche shares our vision for the future of racing and esports. And this car has never been seen outside of the
No, spoko.
guarded walls of Porsche. That honor belongs to you, exclusively. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS.
A kurwa, zajebiste.
This is not only the most aggressive expression of Porsche's legendary design, it features the most powerful road-going 911 engine ever made. Like the Xbox One X, it's a monster. And with over 4.8 million active players across Xbox and Windows 10, Forza is one of the largest racing communities on the planet. You made this historic moment possible. Through your passion for racing, the digital and the real worlds are merging in an unprecedented way. So now, let's take a look at the Porsche 911 GT2 RS in Forza Motorsport 7 running on Xbox One X. I'm joined on stage by two presenters for our Forza Racing Championship eSports Series.
I'm Shannon McIntosh, professional race car driver and Porsche driving coach.
Kurwa, co jest?
I'll be pushing the GT2 RS to its limits on the sun-baked streets of Dubai.
And I'm Verena May, professional racer and stunt driver. I will be fighting to survive dynamic weather in the Nürburgring in this Nissan GTR race car.
Okay.
We start with Shannon in her customized driver on Dubai. Using the power of Xbox One X, Forza Motorsport 7 runs at a native 4K and a rock-solid 60 frames per second. And we have the additional power to deliver shocking levels of detail. Using super high resolution assets, we've recreated the intense feel of one of the greatest driving roads in the world, the Hafid Mountain Pass.
No kurde, no zajebiście wygląda, nie?
We've reimagined the entire racing experience on all devices. Racing is more immersive and dynamic. Ominous skies roll in as car parts rattle and vibrate.
Jak na tym, na kierownicy, nie? Byłoby zajebiście.
We've made racing more epic and grand. Race through living environments featuring spectacular vistas and massive scale.
O
You can
kurwa.
see we've made racing more dynamic and surprising. Dynamic puddles grow as the storm unleashes its fury. It's more thrilling and competitive. Feel the intense heat grease up your tires as you battle your rivals.
No, fajnie
It's more
wygląda.
beautiful and alive. Dark skies open up and change as the sun emerges from the clouds for a breathtaking finish. Racing is reborn in Forza. Whether running on the Xbox One family of consoles or Windows 10 PCs, Forza Motorsport 7 is the most technically advanced and comprehensive racing games ever made. With more than 700 cars, it features the largest collection of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Porsches ever assembled.
Today, you are the first people to see the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. And this week at E3, like me, you can be the first to drive it.
So come experience the most powerful road-going 911 ever made on the Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made in Forza Motorsport 7. Thank you.
No dobra, cześć, no.
I'm going to play a ton of Forza Motorsport 7 when it ships on October 3rd. And when Xbox One X launches, we will all get to experience Forza Motorsport 7 in true 4K at 60 frames per second. Today, we're going to showcase the world's greatest creators with a lineup of different types of games for every type of game. It is the largest and I believe the most diverse lineup of games that we've ever shown on our Xbox E3 stage. Games from creators large and small, games that inspire and challenge us, games that transport us to new worlds and offer us new perspectives, and games that push the boundary of our art form. Today, we will feature 42 games here on our stage, including 22 games with console exclusivity on Xbox One.
No cool.
Every one of these games will play great on each member of the Xbox One family, but of course, they will play best on Xbox One X. Up next, is a game from a creative team that built their franchise on Xbox. In 2010, 4A Games worked with us to launch a single-player masterpiece that I played on Xbox 360. Now, I'm honored to bring them back with the premiere of their next work, running in-engine in true 4K.
World premiere.
No, w końcu jakieś te premierowe. World premiere. To co to kurwa jest? Gdzie w ogóle mapa? Fajne. Ciekawe, kurde nawet. A tutaj też są te bestie. Chyba. O kurwa. Metro. Exodus, o kurde. Jakiś no, fajnie, fajnie, fajnie. Będę musiał przejść, bo na PS4 mam. Te dwa. Pierwsze, jeszcze nie przeszłem w ogóle.
World premiere.
We are the first. The first to see the gods. The first to tame their beasts. The first to guard the soul from evil. We conquered this land and built an empire. But there are whispers on the wind.
A to
Born in
Assassin's Creed tam. No, wygląda fajnie.
They are the first to call themselves the Assassins.
No kurwa, zajebiście wygląda. Origins. Nie no. Kurwa. Zasłużyli.
From Ubisoft, creative director Jean Gadon.
Kurde.
Thank you. Ancient Egypt is the birthplace of modern civilization. And it is also the birthplace of the Assassin's Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Origins is taking you to the perfect setting for an epic gaming adventure. Egypt, 3,000 years of history and mystery at the tip of your fingers. Assassin's Creed Origins is also the story of one man, Bayek. Bayek is the last Magi, the protector of his community, an Egyptian sheriff, if you like. And his struggle against the dark forces that corrupt ancient Egypt will lead to the foundation of the Assassin's Brotherhood. But recreating ancient Egypt, going back so far in time, pushed us to rethink and expand our gameplay mechanics. We added many RPG elements to a huge systemic world, more detailed and alive than ever before. So today, we are very proud to show you what the game looks like on Xbox One X running in 4K. Now, just for you, Bayek is coming back to Siwa, his hometown, to kill the fake oracle, Medunamun.
World premiere.
Ubisoft.
Siwa, my home, the sacred oasis.
Our Medjay, the last protector, our prayers are answered. Siwa has not been the same since he left. I hope you are here to rid us of Medunamun.
Be my eyes, Senu. This temple resembles a fortress. What has happened?
Get out of my way.
There you are, Medunamon. The next masked one on my list. Now it is my turn to tip the balance of Anubis. Better be careful here.
I should go drop these priests in the desert. Let the sand take him.
A fine bow.
No, dawać.
If the people see these dead priests, they will surely revolt.
It is too dangerous. I will pass for now. Guide me, Senu. Medunamon. You will die, Medunamon.
Die, you bastard! Going to kill you for that. See what is mine.
Nie spierdziela, no. Oktober 27. Dobre. Fajnie.
At Xbox, we've always believed in the power of games to unite us all. Today, communities of gamers not only play together, they create together and watch together. A whole new genre of games has emerged designed for both the player and the community. And with Mixer, we're innovating new features to make these experiences even better. This one's special. Of all the games in this genre, here is one that the world is having as much fun watching as they are playing. And I can tell you that includes many of us at Team Xbox. The creative director of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a gamer-turned-developer who designed this game together with a passionate community. Please welcome PlayerUnknown himself, Brendan Green.
Thanks, Phil. Good afternoon, everyone. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a multiplayer battle royale where you must fight against 100 other players to be the last one standing. Our team's focus is to bring the most complete battle royale experience ever to console and deliver a great experience across all Xbox One devices. Our development is truly community-driven, and we owe much of our success to everyone who's given us feedback over the past year. With over 3 million PC players to date, we can't wait to bring PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds exclusively to Xbox One later this year, with an update for Xbox One X enhancements shipping with the final version. See you on the Battlegrounds, everyone.
Exclusive.
Okej, może być. Jeb. No dobre, dobre. Jest fajne. Ciekawe.
Exclusive.
Let's try to stick together this time. Why the fuck laps? No heroics. Get ready!
Exclusive.
What would you do if the world you knew was gone? All the comforts, the simple pleasures you took for granted. How would you protect yourself and the ones you love when the protectors can't even save themselves? Army's pulling out. Come on. last truck. Get in.
Want some of this? How about you?
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks. I owe you.
How will you choose a place to call home?
A to jest ten State of Decay Weeka, nie? Z tego
How
co...
will you build it?
Podobny domek był właśnie w jedynce. Z tego co widziałem.
Work together to defend it. From the terror just outside the walls.
A może to jest sam, nie wiem.
When you get hungry, cold, what risks will you take? What mistakes will you make?
Ale gruba. Gruba
The only
skórka.
family you've got is about to tear itself apart. Will you end a life?
Wait.
Or save it?
Please.
This is our only one, but we need everybody we've got.
A, czyli w sensie będziemy mogli ją zabić, tak? Zobaczymy w ogóle, nie? Jak to się... Jak nam się potoczy te... Wow.
When you get in too deep and realize no one gets a
No,
second chance.
State of Decay 2. O kurwa. Dobre. Dobre to.
How will you find the strength to carry on? In this world of the living and the dead, how will you survive?
W 2018. Ja myślałem, że jeszcze w tym roku będzie.
Exclusive.
Spring się jesień. A tu co to kurde? Wygląda jak bajka jakaś.
Two players remaining. One player remaining.
And what a play from the wounded warrior. She was caught in a trap, but she used superior tactics to get herself out of there. She's going to take the win. Let's move on to the next arena. Here we're following Bloody Marrow. There's only 2 players left in this particular map. Those tracks are leading up, but that tree is going to give them direct information. That red outline, there's a mortal unicorn, and he's letting in about 100 meters away now. Looks like he might be crafting or something, but what is this that Bloody Marrow's going to do? Getting ever closer, drawing that beeline, and now he's going to cloak it up. Is he going to walk in through the front door or what? Looks like he's going to sneak in on the back window. Here we go. Shot in the back. That's one, twice. Immortal's in trouble. Somebody from Mixer decided to chime in. That invincibility bubble's going to help him out and put on the fight with life. There we go. The nice
Co za gra w ogóle? Darwin Project. Coming this summer. Okay. O!
Please welcome from Mojang, Brand Director Lydia.
This summer, millions of Minecraft players will be able to play together on the device of their choice for the first time. Xbox Live will unite the global Minecraft community across mobile, VR, Windows 10 PCs, and consoles.
No, bardzo fajnie.
As part of this effort, we're excited to welcome player-made skins, maps, textures, and massive community-run servers into the game itself. Because we know that the amazing content you create makes Minecraft even better. This fall, Minecraft will receive a free 4K update that brings more graphical options to the game. But we didn't stop there. With all this talk about graphics, we're taking things one step further. Today, we're revealing a new look for Minecraft that we're super duper excited for you to try out. One that's inspired by the power of Xbox One X and available this fall. Let's check it out.
A kurde, DLC, kurde, nie? No, bardzo fajnie, kurwa. Ja pierdzielę. Minecraft, kurwa. Super duper.
Minecraft in 4K. When the Minecraft team showed me the first version of the game in 4K, I was blown away. Mojang is a great example of a studio that started something new and different that led to a global phenomenon. At Xbox, we're searching for games that are fresh, new, and in some cases familiar. That means ensuring that the biggest third-party franchises you want to play are there for you on Xbox One. Of course, you'll find these great games in the Xbox Store available for pre-order today. But bringing the biggest blockbuster franchise is just one part of the job. Delivering broad, diverse, and new games to Xbox means searching to find unique games from creators around the world that will surprise and delight. To me, these next few games do just that. Starting with a game I got to play on a recent trip to Japan. It's hilarious, a little crazy, and a whole lot of fun. Let's take a look at it.
World premiere.
No kurde. Dragon Ball? Kurde. No, zajebiście, kurde. No, nieźle, kurde. Fajnie, Early 2018. No to fajnie. Świetnie.
Exclusive.
Co to jest? Napis jakiś. Black Desert? No też niby jak tak fajnie wygląda.
Exclusive.
Brawo.
Exclusive.
No, to fajne. O, to może i dobre. Co to jest? Ja pierdzielę. Jednak średnio. Albo jednak nie. Ja pierdzielę, jakieś muzyczne gówno.
We've scoured the globe meeting with creative artists and development teams, and I'm often surprised and humbled by their work. Whether it's a story that could only be born of a different land, or artistic design and storytelling that in a single moment can capture your imagination and inspire. There is much to be learned by looking beyond borders. Our first party is also a place of innovation and creativity. Today, I'm excited to share with you an extended look at never-before-seen gameplay from Rare's shared world adventure, Sea of Thieves.
O, w końcu. Pięknie. Mnie to interesuje bardzo gra, nie? Zobaczymy w końcu.
The joy of a new voyage far across the Sea of Thieves. Just you, the wide open world, and oh, well, it's not just you, she's here too. Oh, and this guy's here. But the point is, this is a shared world, ripe for exploring and raiding with your fine pirate crew. Look at them! Scurrying around, making themselves useful. That's what we like to see. The world of Sea of Thieves seethes with possibilities, with adventures skulking above and below the waves. All you have to do is jump in and... oh, there she goes. Few things tempt a pirate like the siren song of a lootable shipwreck. Careful though, there could be anything down there. Literally, there could be anything. We haven't finished designing it yet. Joking, that was a joke. Ah, sunken treasure. It's like a pirate performance bonus. Every player's decisions and discoveries will be different, but however you plan on seeking your fortune, it pays to be prepared. For gigantic lumps of iron, these are surprisingly portable. Amazing workmanship. Anyway, better get them back on board while the coast is clear. There's really no sense in pushing your luck down here. Now that is not a beast you want to pick a fight with. Yes, it's possible to take on these toothy tails, but you're not much use to your crew bitten in two. Sometimes a tactical retreat is perfectly acceptable, in the spirit of that legendary pirate captain, Pathetic Dave.
Oh.
For every tense standoff,
Blisko
there's a
było.
moment of celebration or shared wonder. But for now, stow your hard-earned loot and enjoy the voyage. On Devil's Ridge beneath the sands, the gold lies hidden from thieving hands. Well, that's typical. Oh, look! Here we are at Devil's Ridge. Nice transition, by the way. And so you'll shift from the heart of the sea to the island shore, where you'll explore jungles and coves, cliff tops and caverns. Every region has its very own landmarks, and over time, you'll uncover hidden shortcuts, abandoned stashes, and vistas that will steal your grog-soaked breath away. And yes, sometimes you'll encounter people who, for whatever reason, would like to blow you into little pieces. That's pirating for you. Keep that pistol primed, because you'll also face the roaming remains of those raiders who came before you, caught short in pursuit of their own legends. An afterlife of fighting and troublemaking until all your bits fall off. It's what they would have wanted. Now, make sure your crewmates all have a part to play.
Whoa. Dobre.
That works. And look, he brought the riddle map. Seek the cursed boar shrine where there is no sky. It lies in wait for a light held high. Right, well that's got to be around here somewhere. But if you've got a bad feeling, you can always leave someone on board to brace the ship for a speedy getaway. Decisions. Ah, looks like they've sniffed out that place where there is no sky. Time to pool your resources as you plunge into the unknown. It would be easy to come a cropper in these claustrophobic caves. You don't want to wander off track. Unless, of course, you're streaming, and you'll have loads of people in the
Mam nadzieję, że będą zagadki, kurde, bardzo ciężkie, nie? Do zrobienia. Zobaczymy.
Don't mind that. It's probably nothing. Just kids.
Na razie wydają się łatwe, ale...
Of course, the premier plunder isn't just lying around to be claimed by any old drunken bumbler. You'll need to watch out for likely locations, following your map, clues, and your instincts to make light work of each
Jak mamy 3?
Dobrze.
To za 3?
Light work.
A? No faktycznie, no. Ale to jest Xbox.
To Xbox, no.
A PlayStation?
PlayStation dopiero za 2 dni.
Aha.
Albo jutro jeszcze, nawet nie wiem.
And with that, we're one step closer to payday. Then again, some of the loot in these parts has lain undisturbed for a long, long time. That has to be the spot. You can practically taste the treasure. Good call on the double-duty shovel work too. That storm outside was nipping at your heels. Ah, very nice.
Czasami są głupie komentarze.
Of course, the trouble with treasure as a rule is that the owners really like to hang on to it. If you've got your hands full, it's up to your crew to watch your back. And while they're doing that, it's time for another strategic withdrawal with the loot. Nope, not that way. That's it. Easy now. Don't stop, keep going. Almost there.
Cool.
Watch that next step, it's a doozy.
Co zrobię?
Sea of Thieves.
Ale kurde.
Piracka, nie?
Głównie nie wygląda.
Now that's a rescue.
Rekiny bardzo fajnie wyglądają tutaj.
If you can regularly beat the odds and get chests back to your ship, you'll be able to turn a tidy profit by trading them in at an outpost. That's just the tiny matter of making it through this storm in one piece.
Widzisz? Gościu ten.
Poza się kurwa tak wysłał?
No.
To jest kurwa.
Wsadził się do tego, nie? Fajnie wygląda, nie?
All pirate life is here on the Sea of Thieves, and you can live yours however you want.
Jakie fale w ogóle.
Swear your oaths and set sail for riches and infamy. Become a pirate of legend.
A. Kość. A, myślałem, że...
Skoczył. Wczoraj nie skoczył.
O kurde, i reki. Wielki. 2018. Kurde, ja myślałem, że w tym roku będzie. Takoma.
Exclusive. World premiere.
Co to ma być? A Sonic. Chyba. No nie, to jakiś ten... Pisek. No. Kurde, myślałem, że na sam początku, że to jest ten... Ze Sonika, nie? Podobny był. Super Lucky Tail. Lucky Tail.
Exclusive.
A, słyszałem o tej grze, no może być fajna. Cuphead.
Tej było pokojowe, że to są wszystkie dziecinne jakie.
Ale wiesz jakie ciężkie?
Tutaj pan tego nie brał w życiu.
29 września. Większość takich gier, które są takie ciężkie, że masakra.
Exclusive.
Motherfucker. They killed the power around the world. We're gonna light it back up because this is
On tutaj gra, ale jaja.
Ten, Crew. Terry Crew. Jak to mi się nazywał? Ten głupkowaty.
You throw grenades. Tomorrow you'll be throwing cars. Forget dropping bombs. You're dropping buildings.
Dobry.
It's time to get to work. Time to step up your boom. It's go time. Oh yeah. Welcome to the agency.
Czego go zagra? Aha, to jest ten. To jest już jak ci. No. Central. Z tyłu. Agenci Mayhem, czy jak to się nazywało? Chyba, tak mi się wydaje.
Big Boss ma najgorszy gry. Dobra, Big Boss.
A Crackdown to jest. Chwileczka. Myślałem, że to coś w stylu właśnie tych. Central, nie? Podobnie trochę. Ale żeby ten aktor grał, kurde, w tej grze. Crackdown. November. Pokazywali tego, no. Pokazywali, no, tego nowego Assassina. Tym w Egipcie. Będzie zarąbisty, nie? Obserwer, o, będzie zajebiście. Czekam aż na tę grę. Obserwer. Polski horrorek. To twój chłopak? Nie, to mój brat. Czy zobaczyć jak ten E3 Microsofta. O, Hello Neighbor. To też może być fajne. Tego co słyszałem, fajne. Conan. ID Xbox.
At Xbox, it's not just about finding creative artists. It's about empowering them and nurturing them, helping shine a light on their work, making it easy for them to build and share their creations. That's why the ID at Xbox program is so important to us. The team has released over 500 games on Xbox One and Windows 10 through the ID at Xbox program. And this is not just a milestone for the program and the independent developer community. It's a milestone for everyone who loves great games. I hope you're reminded today why it's so great to be a gamer on Xbox. Action, adventure, story, skill, surprise. These next few games bring it all together. Let's start with a game whose stylistic approach alone makes it something very special.
Okay.
Exclusive.
The dark is older than the light. At last a day dawned, and we rose with this first light. But that light was a betrayal, only fleeting. In its wake, the night returned to claim us. After lifetimes, the light grows again, faint and vulnerable. We will live in the new light rather than just survive in the dark. This rebirth will end our wandering.
Ashen. No, wygląda fajnie. Zobaczymy.
World premiere.
World Premiere. Square Enix.
Follow me home, pretend you found somebody to mend you. I feel numb. I feel numb in this kingdom. I feel numb. I feel numb in this kingdom.
O, to jest ten. To jest lepiej Strange chyba, nie?
Rachel?
No pewnie, to jest lepiej Strange. To już drugi sezon wychodzi? O kurde, ale fajnie. August, o, fajnie, fajnie.
Please welcome, from Monolith Productions, Vice President of Creative, Michael DePlatter.
Michael DePlatter. O, Middle Earth, dobra, fajnie.
You tried to humiliate me. You left your mark on me, but it didn't work. You burned my mind. I'll kill you. Until this moment, you have not known suffering. I've had enough of your mouth, Bruce. So now I'm gonna kill you. For all these orcs to see. Always said you were an optimist. Know what that is, mate? It's about sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, all right, I'll have a go. I'm exactly the same way.
I like him.
Bruce killed the boss! Come on, lads!
In Shadow of Mordor, we introduced a way to create unique personal stories for every player. And in Shadow of War, we're expanding the Nemesis system. 2 new features we're really excited about are forging an army of followers and Nemesis fortresses. Here, we'll use the Ring of Power and recruit this Olog, Bruce the Chopper, to expand our army. Then, we're going to assault a fortress controlled by one of Sauron's overlords.
Oh, that was nasty! Oi! Reckon you're going to skewer me? That little sword's good for a tickle, maybe, but you're gonna need more than that to take me down. Nice one, Ranger. This never happened to me before.
Dobre.
You serve the Bright Lord now. Bright Lord, Dark Lord. Same thing, really. End result's me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
A fine addition to our army.
Name's Bruce. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my enemies. They will all follow eventually.
You want to plant your flag in Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a 2-headed troll big as a mountain and deadly smart. Which, well, I guess he'd have to be given the 2 heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
I'm not going to do this alone. Gather your troops.
Will do. Ooh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?
So we already have a few loyal followers in our army, and recruiting Bruce means we're ready to assault the fortress and overthrow the Overlord. We're enormously expanding the open world of Mordor to new regions like Saragost and Cirith Ungol. Mordor's a massive, living, breathing world filled with orc society, tribes, and wildlife, as well as stories and secrets.
You cleaved me in 2. Any other orc would have died, but I survived.
Dobra, jest lepszy.
More than that, I thrived. My brothers put me back together, stronger than ever. But they didn't make me into what I am. You did. You created the machine. No!
So we've just been ambushed by the machine. He's tracked us across Mordor seeking vengeance. He's one of the 7 new orc tribes we've added.
Machine will grind you to paste! I hate big things! Finally! You dishonor the Styrians!
Instead of killing the machine, we'll dominate him, so we can take advantage of his abilities during the fortress assault.
You take out the Overlord.
But before we charge headfirst into battle, we should plan our attack and select our followers.
My black speech is a little rusty. Actually, I don't know a single word, which is a pain in the ass, but to hazard a guess, he said you're all gonna die horribly. My kind of black.
Well, I will handle the Overlord. You focus on the Defenders.
Define focus.
There are unlimited ways to forge your story and conquer Mordor in Shadow of War, and we can't wait to show you more this week at E3. Thank you very much.
No, fajnie, fajnie wygląda.
Exclusive world premiere.
O kurde, no. Ori, następna część.
Ori affirms my belief
Dobra,
in the
teraz idę.
beauty, artistry, and heart within the art of gaming. We believe that games, like books, movies, and music, should be celebrated and enjoyed by countless generations. We're passionate about preserving and celebrating the games you own, the classics of the past, and the genres you love to play. That's why 2 years ago, we launched the Xbox Backward Compatibility Program to bring Xbox 360 games to your Xbox One. And we've seen tremendous growth in the program. Today, our library of games stands at 385 titles, and over half of Xbox One gamers have played a backward compatible game. But I've heard your feedback and you want more. Today, I'm pleased to announce an exciting expansion to the program. Our team of engineers are working hard to bring us some of your favorite original Xbox game to today's Xbox One library, including a fan favorite that I'm asked about often by the community, Crimson Skies. And it looks great. And like the Xbox 360 games, OG games will look better and play better across the Xbox One family. We'll have more to share about this program when it launches later this year. I'm proud of the library of games available today on Xbox One. All of them will benefit from the performance and power when you play them on Xbox One X. But we won't stop there. I'm excited to announce that if you own Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2, or Minecraft, we'll be providing 4K updates to these titles for free. And we already have over 30 titles from our third-party partners that are planning to provide free updates as part of our Xbox One X Enhanced program. Titles like Final Fantasy 15, Resident Evil 7, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, and Rocket League, just to name a few. This means you probably already have a large library of titles that you own today that will automatically get better on Xbox One X. Today, we showcase some of the world's greatest creators with a lineup of different types of games for every type of gamer. We showed you the largest and most diverse lineup of new games that have ever appeared on our stage. From every corner of the globe, from developers large and small. 42 games, including 22 with console exclusivity on Xbox One. And you're also going to be able to play all of the biggest cross-platform blockbusters on Xbox One. And every game will play great across the Xbox One family, and on Xbox One X, runs every single game you've seen even better. So if you haven't joined the Xbox One family, now's the time. This week, you'll find Xbox One S available in the US for $249. And on November 7th, we'll begin worldwide rollout of Xbox One X, the world's most powerful console, at $499. Be the first to experience unrivaled power and performance on the Xbox One. We close today's show by looking to the future with a really great partner. They've been with us from the earliest days of Project Scorpio, and they're building an incredible game that takes advantage of the power and performance of the Xbox One family and the new Xbox One X. Please welcome Patrick Sutherland, Executive Vice President, EA Worldwide Studios.
New IP is the lifeblood of our industry. It's also risky. At EA, we have teams dreaming up a lot of projects, and only the greatest will make it their way to you. And that's okay. It's all a part of the creative process. And it's worth it, because when you find something special, there's no better feeling as a developer than introducing players to a brand new world. And as a player, there's no better feeling than losing yourself in a completely new experience. Our developers at BioWare have been creating something truly special. A huge open world that is lush, savage, mysterious, and ever-changing. Filled with interesting characters and new types of gameplay you'll enjoy with your friends for years to come. This is what's possible when we take an extraordinary vision and combine it with the latest technologies and hardware. Amazing concepts become possible. Great ideas become reality. So here we are, and we are so excited to share this with all of you. On behalf of the team at BioWare, let's see what this game looks like running on an Xbox One X. Here's John Warner from BioWare to show you Anthem.
Hi, I'm John Warner, game director for Anthem. Here is the world premiere of Anthem's gameplay.
Hey!
Freelancer. Fraxley. Listen. There's trouble. Big trouble. What did you do? I made a mistake. I hired some people. They weren't freelancers. I know. They said they could handle it, and the price was right. I thought maybe... Unbelievable. You're right. It was stupid. I'm sorry. But they're still out there. Somewhere. If you could just bring them back. Anything you need.
In the world of Anthem, you and your friends are freelancers, the heroes who leave the safety of the walls of Fort Tarsus to explore the unknown and protect humanity. Let's join two players as they head out on an expedition.
Hey, Paul. You ready to go?
We're just grabbing some supplies. Just about ready.
What are you going to use today?
I decided to go with the Colossus.
I'm going to use my Ranger. Try out some new upgrades.
Every player will own an array of exosuits we call Javelins. These suits give players superhuman capabilities and are heavily customizable so they look and play how you want.
Bam! Looking good. Nice, you've got a mortar equipped.
Yeah, I got it on the weekend. You lead the way, I'll follow.
This is a vast open world you explore with your friends. Each Javelin exosuit has its own unique playstyle. The Ranger is balanced and all-purpose, while the Colossus is a tanking powerhouse.
All right, let's see what's up here.
The world of Anthem is hostile, and threats can come from any direction. This dynamic
Dobra. Dawaj, kurde, nie muszę czekać. To chyba koniec już.
Welcome back. We've just seen the worldwide reveal of Scorpio. Very exciting. I mean, Microsoft did like, what, 42 games just now?
That was a lot of games. Yeah.
That was a lot. That was more than I...
Dobra, to już wszystko. Jeżeli chodzi o Microsoft, też czekam na konferencję Ubisofta, Bethesdy, przepraszam, więc jak coś, to do zobaczenia za kilka godzin. No, to trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia właśnie za kilka godzin.